Imagine opening a jar of honey that is 3,000 years old. It might be hard, maybe a little dark, but it's still perfectly edible. That's exactly what happened when archaeologists unsealed the tombs of ancient Egyptian pharaohs. Inside, they found honey, real honey, and it had not spoiled. Not after 100 years. Not after 1,000. Not after 3,000. Welcome to the secret life of things. Today we're asking, why is honey possibly the only food on the planet that lasts forever? To understand honey's secret, you have to look inside the hive. Bees collect nectar from flowers. It starts out as a sweet, watery liquid. But then something remarkable happens. The bee carries that nectar in its stomach, where special enzymes are added to it. One of them is called glucose oxidase. As the bee deposits the nectar into the honeycomb and it begins to evaporate, this enzyme triggers a chemical reaction that produces hydrogen peroxide. Yes, the exact same substance used to disinfect wounds. Right inside the honey. On top of that, bees fan the nectar furiously with their wings, evaporating nearly all of the water. The final moisture content drops below 17 to 18%. At that level, bacteria and mold simply cannot survive. There's not enough water for them to thrive. Add honey's high acidity, a pH of around 3 to 4, and you have a product that acts simultaneously as an antiseptic, a disinfectant, and a natural preservative. All engineered by tiny insects without a single chemistry lesson. Humans understood honey's almost magical properties long before science could explain them. In ancient Egypt, honey was placed in tombs not only as food for the afterlife, it was also used in the embalming process. Greek and Roman soldiers carried honey into battle and applied it directly to wounds. In medieval Europe, burns, cuts, and infections were routinely treated with honey, and it worked even though no one knew why. Even during World War I, before antibiotics existed, military doctors packed soldiers' wounds with honey-soaked dressings to prevent infection. In effect, honey was humanity's first antibiotic, not invented in a laboratory, but engineered inside a hive. Now here's the most surprising part. Honey can crystallize, turning solid and grainy. Many people assume this means it has gone bad and throw it away. That is a huge mistake. Crystallization is completely natural. It's simply glucose settling out of solution. The honey is in no way spoiled. Just place the jar in warm water and it liquefies again. The only thing that can genuinely ruin honey is moisture. If water gets inside, say you dip a wet spoon into the jar, that's enough to trigger fermentation. So the only real enemy of an eternal food is plain, ordinary water. Honey is not just a sweetener on your kitchen shelf. It is a chemical fortress built by millions of years of evolution. A product that outlasted pharaohs, survived wars, and endured 3,000 years underground, and still remained edible. The next time you open a jar of honey, remember, inside sits a tiny biochemical miracle with no expiration date. If this video surprised you, hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe to The Secret Life of Things for a new story every week. See you in the next one.